They're consistently losing people on the inside.
Mauer's first of the game. He had 2 against St. Joe's on Friday, 6th of the season. First point on the night for Chop Gallagher, who gets the assist. Boy, how about that effort from Constantinides on the loose ball. Losses since that point. Losses on the road to Maryland and Hopkins, and then on Saturday here at home, they fell 13-5 to Rutgers. And a new look at the dot, and the first face-off win of the night for the Greyhounds comes from Carson Hall.
Nice job there by Hall. You saw Diego Roman, big left-handed long stick midi slide to his left to try to negate the break. No need to do it as Hall pulls that back cleanly.
Carson Hall, 5'9", 175-pound freshman from the year. And Loyola with an extra man goal for just the 2nd time this year, and follows it up with another Carson Hall face-off win. So the bad vibes were there at the start of the first quarter.
They just desperately didn't want to lose to one another. And it was a big game. So this is still really important, but it doesn't have the same luster that it used to have.
Obviously tough with it being a midweek game. Carson Hall, by the way, 3 straight face-off wins. A developing story right now for the Greyhounds. 3 straight face-off wins, and they've all been pretty clean, Chris.
They really have. So he's obviously, with experience, it tends to bode well for your team, and I think that's what we're seeing so far with Towson. Plus, they're very well coached.
The streak comes to an end. It was Carson Hall out there again to start the 2nd quarter. But Constantinides wins that one for Towson.
Now, the one advantage, Glenn, is if Hall is out there and he loses the draw, he's a little bit more athletic than Pacheco, so he can probably handle a scenario where teams try to invert on him or try to take him to the cage.
But you noticed against Rutgers that it seemed like teams were trying to push a little bit more when Carson Hall was on the field.
Yeah, I mean, he's not.
They have scored 5 unanswered goals dating back to the first.
What I like about Loyola's approach, Glenn, is they found something that is working, and they have stuck with it. Sometimes it feels to me like coaches tend to overthink, right? Something is working, and in their mind they believe, well, it can't possibly continue to work. Turnover on the clear,
that's right.
An easy pass.
And a face-off win for Constantinides. He looks like he wants to try it, and he does. Back-to-back goals for the Tigers.
Yeah, and you just see how quickly momentum can shift as a result of having a really competent face-off person. Combine that with a couple of turnovers in your own zone. And a 5-2 lead is now 5-4 as Constantinides does a great job just pushing it forward. Decides, I am not going to pass. I'm going to convert and do this on my own.
Right to the corner for his first of the game and his 2nd of the season. By the way, the previous goal scored by Mauer, his 2nd of the game, 7th of the year, and DeMeo had the assist, 2nd point of the night. And yeah, 3-goal game, now a 1-goal difference. Prolonged battle for the ground ball, and it's going to go Towson's way again as Reese Potter comes up with it.
Or 11, so they're giving possessions back to a really talented offensive team. And then Towson has realized the matchups that work best for them and just have taken advantage of them.
They've also won 3 of the last 4 faceoffs, make it 4 of the last 5 as Constantinides will pick up this ground ball.
And remember, I know we continue to talk about it, but when Loyola started to widen the gap, they had won 3 faceoffs in a row. Now they have lost 2, maybe 3 in a row themselves. And oddly enough, it's left in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, so still some time here. By the way, that's Gaskin's first point of the season. Villagomez's first goal of the night and his 9th of the year. Towson gets another face-off. They're going to take a timeout, talk about it. 18.8 seconds left as they have the opportunity to add 1 more here before the half. And it's been a weird way that this game has gone. 5.
And it's unfortunate, Glenn, because I leave here and I go to practice, which is outdoors.
Well, you're tough. I know that about you. You're good. You got this.
Sure about that.
Another face-off win for the Tigers to start the 3rd quarter as Reese Potter comes up with the ground ball. Towson, black shirt.
Doing things that are uncustomary in order to try to create opportunities for themselves.
And a face-off violation. Face-off wins count no matter how you get them.
I think that was
of the season. 1 goal over the first 4 games, 4 tonight. His 30th of his career. Davis Lindsay puts Loyola back in front 7-6. And Carson Hall trying to junk it up after it looked like Constantinides had that ground ball. Hall gets back in there with a face-off win.
Well, you
At red glass, so he gets the opportunity and he works his way through. He has a connection to Loyola because he's part of the ROTC program that is a partnership between Towson and Loyola. Should not be surprised that it's a close game between these two teams. We mentioned 2 of the last 3 meetings between these programs, overtime games, including a win for the Greyhounds. That was dangerous. Stout couldn't find it for a second. Adam Patra delivering the overtime game-winning goal after a big save from Luke's 2-goal lead again for the Hounds. 4:20 to play. Quick win for Constantinides. We've seen him score. Pulls the trigger again.
Yeah, but you see Gregory prepare.
Season 9-8, 3:36 to play in the third. Hall slows it down. Ball still loose on the turf, and that'll come back towards the near sideline.
Big ground ball here.
And whoa, had a shot at it. Hound's not able to hold on. It'll go the other way.
And here we go.
Mayo, 12th goal of the season. Back-to-back multi-goal games. 9-9. Oh, big time hit delivered in there, and the flag's going to come out.
I think Towson's probably going to argue here, Glenn, that it was just 2 players going for the ball and it wasn't a deliberate hit.
Sam Morin, did it come up high, and does...
I think it was high, but we'd have to see the replay. I'm wondering if Morin just couldn't stop.
Watch it one more time. The loose ball.
So here comes Morin. No, he put his shoulder into him, but looked like a good hit to me. Indecisiveness there for Downs. Loyola back up 10-9.
McCullough's first goal of the season. He assisted their extra man goal in the first half. Face-off win, but a bad turnover.
Well, I think the turnover was caused by the referee being right in the middle of the play. Diego Roman does a nice job on the ground ball. He's trying to push it forward. It looks like
Villagomez's second goal of the game. 10th of the season. Hall had a shot at it, couldn't get to it.
Great wing play there.
And Potter comes flying in to pick that up for Towson. So the Tigers have it with a chance to retake the lead. Loyola defense has been asked to do an awful lot tonight. Do they have another stop in them? Towson still has both their timeouts remaining.
Yeah, so you see like even 50%, correct?
Remember, before the season began, we talked to Charlie Toomey, and Charlie Toomey said, if I can get 50%, I'm going to feel like I've got a shot. Tonight, he's gotten 50%. Loyola's got a shot. But what does the freshman have here for overtime as the teams switch sides?
I think to me what's interesting, let's see what Chase Gregory does. Does he go down to try to negate a break and a potential shot there by Constantinides? Or
Constantinides,
that's what he's going to do.
11 of 18 on the night. Carson Hall's got a shot at it. Can't come up with it. No call for a push. Ball bounce all the way back into the stick of Luke Downs. So Towson will clear, and they will have the first possession of overtime, much like a year ago.